Good morning, Year 1. It is Monday the 25th of January and we are going to start our literacy lesson. So last week we were focusing on writing the capital letter or the uppercase. Today we're going to have a go at writing the lowercase. So before we do that, let's say the letter name together. Okay, T, F, D, B. Now I'd like you to have a go at writing the lower case. Let's check. Say the sound with me. T, f, d, b. Press pause if you'd like to have another look at those. So following on from our phonics lesson this morning, our new sounds this week are red group, you're doing the OR sound. Orange and yellow, you've got trigraph I. Green, you are J. Blue, you are K. Okay, so red group, we've got sure and pure. Have a go at sounding those out and writing the words. Orange and yellow, we've got fight and night. Have a go at writing those. Green, we've got jam and Jill. Listen carefully to those sounds. Jill. And blue group, we've got can and cap. Give you a couple of minutes to do those and then we'll have a look at sounding them out together. Okay, so we'll start with red. We've got sure, sh, or. Okay, if I was going to spell that, it would look like that. Okay, pure, p, your. P, your, pure. Orange and yellow, fight. On your sound fingers, f, I, t, fight. F, I, t, fight. And then we've got night. N, I, t, night. You might want to put the sound buttons in underneath. Jam. J, a, m. Jam. 3 sounds in jam. And Jill. J, I, L. And remember, because Jill is a name, it starts with a capital letter. We've got a can. Sound it out. K, a, n. Can. And lastly, cap. K, a, p. Cap. Okay, you might want to pause it just to check your spellings. So we've been talking about all last week improving sentences. The reason we're doing this is because next week we are going to be writing our story of Jack and the Beanstalk, and we are going to be checking that each sentence that you write starts with a capital letter and a full stop. So again, I've got a really boring sentence here. It's I live in Sheffield. It doesn't have its punctuation, and actually it's just not very long. So what I would like you to do is I'd like you to have a go at writing that sentence out, putting in your capital letter at the beginning and your full stop at the end. But I want you to challenge your brain and use the conjunction and. So I live in Sheffield and. Okay, just give you some thinking time for that. And have a go at writing that sentence. You might want to pause while you're writing. Okay, so press pause. You should have all written your sentence now. So I'm going to have a go at modelling how to write the sentence. So we start with a capital I. Okay, live, finger space, or if, live, finger space, in, finger space, Sheffield. Now, because Sheffield is a place, it's the name of a place, it needs to have a capital letter. I'm going to extend my sentence with and. So what else could I say about myself? I live in Sheffield and I like grapes. And then I need to remember to put my full stop at the end. Okay? And I want you to read back your sentence and check that you have got and you have got your capital letters and full stops in the right place. Well done. This week we are planning our story, okay? But we've got a bit of a challenge for you. we would like you to change at least one aspect of your story. So these are things in your learning books when we mark your books next week we want to see. We want to see that you can draw your ideas. We want to see that you can change your character. So instead of Jack, you might decide to use your own name. We want to see you draw what happens in the beginning and what happens in the middle and the end, that you've included your keywords and that you've included any other changes. So let's have a look at what a good one looks like. So instead of Jack, I'm going to have Faith. This is Faith. She's my new character. So my story is going to be called Faith and the Beanstalk. Okay. Now, Faith lives in a cottage with her mum, so here you're going to draw where she lives and who she lives with. Now, remember, one of your challenges was to include keywords. So my keyword is cottage, and you can find cottage on your word mat, so you'll be able to spell that correctly. Instead of a cow, I'm going to have a horse. Okay. So one day, Faith goes to the market to sell her horse. And in return, she got some magic beans. So that's the beginning bit of our story. You can see that I've drawn the pictures, or you will draw the pictures, and I have added in my keywords. So let's think about what happens in the middle of the story. What happens to the beanstalk? So Mum gets really cross and she throws them out the window, and they grow and grow and grow. And here you will draw a picture of a beanstalk. And I'd like you to have a go at writing your keyword. If you're not sure how to spell beanstalk, you have a look on your word mat. And at the top of the beanstalk was what? That's right, there was a castle. And I'm going to write castle. Red group, you might want to change the castle to something else. And then, who lived in the castle? That's right, a giant did. Again, you might want to change your giant to a witch or a wizard or a different character. And then in the end, what happened? So Faith stole the magic hen and the eggs, and then here you will draw a picture of her living happily ever after with her mum. Okay, so you can see that we have changed the character, we've changed what she sold, and you might even want to change the character of the giant, and that's okay. Now, our challenge was to include the keywords from the story, which we've done. And in this box, it says interesting words. And here you might want to use a dictionary, or you might want to Google some words. I'm going to use the word magic. Okay? So I'm going to, in my story, I'm going to talk about my castle being magic. I'm also going to include the word, and we talked about this word. It was a super word. I'm going to use devastated. Now, devastated is a really grown-up word for sad. So when Faith sells her horse and she's so sad, I'm going to write she was devastated. See if you can find some really interesting words to add to your story next week. Don't forget, you're going to just draw the pictures and write the keywords on there. You're not writing the story at this part. So you will need the page where it has your story plan. Okay, you need to think about what you're going to change. You will need your pencil to draw the picture. You will need a pencil to draw your keywords, and then when you've finished, you can colour that in. All right. Now, once you've done all that, there's a creative challenge at the end. Your task is to create a huge beanstalk. What I would like you to do is have a look at the things in your house to make a big beanstalk for your bedroom. So you might want to have it on your wall, like this child had, or you might want it coming down from your ceiling. But you will need to ask your adult to help you with that. It's up to you how you would like to make your beanstalk. Keep your toilet rolls because they're really good to make beanstalks. And don't forget to send us your pictures so that we can pop those on the school blog. Okay, Year 1, have a lovely day. Bye.